You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. Each week, we check in with Dave Walker and find out what's going on in the museum scene. Dave is host of the Museumgoer.com. Dave, welcome back.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, what's shaping up for this week?
For those who take gap days away from Jazz Fest, a couple of New Orleans museums offer an opportunity to combine visual art with the immersion in the sonic kind undertaken at the fairgrounds while under the influence of Crawfish Monica. A New York native, artist Noel Rockmore, visited the French Quarter for the first time in 1959 and made New Orleans his off and on home until his death in 1995. The timing of his arrival here synced with the earliest days of Preservation Hall, and the musicians there became some of his first local muses. He painted hundreds of portraits of the players. Four are on view at the Historic New Orleans Collection in an exhibit titled New Orleans Musicians in Art, Selections from the Permanent Collection, on view through May 16th, 2027. Depicted there are Percy and Willie Humphrey, Alcide Slow Drag Pavageau, Percy Humphrey again in a solo portrait, and an ensemble painting of Lewis Nelson, Ernest Kid Punch Miller, Papa John Joseph, George Lewis, and Dolly Adams. Five of Rockmore's Preservation Hall paintings are on view in an exhibit at the Ogden Museum of Southern Art through July 12th of this year. Portrayed are Kid Shake, Billy and Dee Dee Pierce, Bill Matthews, and Wilbert Tillman, a full ensemble painting of musicians playing at the hall, borrowed from the Louisiana State Museum. In the group paintings in both exhibits, you can almost feel the humidity in the room and hear the sweet sounds. There's a lot of respect and admiration for the subjects in Rockmore's work. Both exhibits are worth a climate-controlled detour from everything else going on town in the next couple of weeks.
Well, just like last week, you mentioned a new exhibit about the New Orleans music that set the stage for jazz. And it sounds like, well, there's plenty to see. And in addition to all the listening, dancing, and the aforementioned crawfish monica, crawfish monica-ing. Say
Correct.
that three times fast, by the
That's
way.
right. So true. The history exhibit you mentioned, the first piano professors in the lost music of early New Orleans, has joined the New Orleans Jazz Museum's offerings as a journey into the 19th century classical composers who tapped some of the same influences that would color the music of 20th century New Orleans. At the Ogden, the photography exhibit Herman Leonard, Images of Jazz, features definitive portraits of Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Dinah Washington, and others. And in addition to the Rockmores, HNOC's New Orleans Musicians in Art features works by J. Haynes Smith, Andrew Lamar Hopkins, Lester Simmons, and others. In public programs, tonight at 6, Friends of the Cabildo will present an evening of archival films of the first Jazz Fest in 1970. Screening at the Jazz Museum, the films will be accompanied by refreshments and live music. More at friendsofthecabildo.org. At 4 p.m. Saturday, the Jackson Barracks Military Museum will host a guided tour focusing on the history and architecture on the grounds. More at Go Guard Museums, that's GEAUX, guardmuseums.com.
That would be interesting to see film of the first Jazz Fest. I'm sure it looks exactly the same as it does today.
It is pretty humble, uh, but I'm sure it's fascinating.
Well, if you want to learn more about anything we've been chatting about today, you can check out Dave's website, themuseumgoer.com. Also, see a video of our discussion there as well. Dave joins us each week, and we'll see you again next week. Dave, thanks so much.
Thank you and happy Jazz Fest.
Happy crawfish monicking. Happy crawfish Monica Ing.